have been indulging in several documentaries, and one of the better ones called Val Lewton, The Man in the Shadows. For those of you out there that don't know who Val Lewton is, he is a legendary producer for RKO. He is best remembered for series of horror movies in the 40s that were created by RKO to compete with Universal, basically. This documentary is narrated by Martin Scorsese, who is clearly a fan. You and I have had this conversation before. Martin Scorsese is always talking about horror movies. Why has he never done one? I don't get it.
The Island one was his closest, right?
Shutter Island. Was that him?
Closest.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of creepy, but as much as this guy likes horror movies, I can't believe he's not doing more. It features commentary from Orson Welles, Val E. Lewton, who is Val Lewton's son. And the reason I say that is because Val Lewton was never caught on film or audio. There is none existing of him. And that is brought up by his, I guess, by his son. Roger Corman, Jacques Turner, who was a very good friend of his, and Robert Wise, who did movies for him as well. He was a little bit like Roger Corman in that respect. He did low-budget horror movies and kicked off the careers of several people, including Robert Wise. Synopsis.
Wise was an editor at that time, right?
Yeah, he edited something that, he edited The Magnificent Ambersons, the Orson Welles film.
For Orson Welles, yep.
But one of his first movies was The Body Snatcher, which was a Boris Karloff, Val Lewton film, based on the Robert Louis Stevenson story. Anyway, short synopsis, if you need a synopsis for a documentary. Scorsese narrates this tribute to Val Lewton, the producer of a series of memorable low-budget films for RKO. Raised by his mother and his aunt, his films often included strong female characters who find themselves in difficult situations and have to grow up quickly. He's best remembered for the horror movies that began in 1942, starting with his first, Cat People, which we have covered on this podcast. He would meticulously oversee every aspect of the film's completion. Although categorized as horror films, his films never showed a monster, always leaving it to the viewer's imagination, assisted by music, mood, and lighting, which is his signature. And we talked about that when we covered Cat People. I highly recommend this documentary. It got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I caught it on Turner Classic Movies. So
I've always thought of Val Lewton as a director, but he
he's not.
He's the producer of all these, but he had such a firm hand in it, almost like I want to say the closest might be like a Lucas over the Star Wars movies. The way he was the executive producer after the first one and had other directors direct it, but it was George's baby kind of thing. And I think that's the way Val was. He was a very studio-centric sort of producer who was, this is what I want.
And I'm not really sure what his equivalent at Universal, who his equivalent at Universal would have been. Because I know Universal horror directors like James Whale, but I don't know who the producer was that put all that stuff together.
Interesting. I think that'd be cool to look up. I mean, Whale, of course, is who you immediately think of with Universal Monsters. That's just
right. And Lon Chaney, of course, who I also did a biography or documentary on.
Isn't it Jack Campbell? Isn't he the one who did Creature from the Black Lagoon? Isn't that him?
Are you talking about the makeup?
No, the directing. That wasn't Whale, was it?
No, that was Arnold.
Arnold, Jack Arnold. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, not Jack Campbell.
But I mean, and then Todd Browning would be the third that would come to mind. I just don't know who produced them. I know the directors. I don't know the producers. And there may have been multiple producers, but RKO specifically took Val Lewton and said, you are responsible in creating stuff to compete with Universal.
Yeah, right.
You know,
this is
and
your job right now.
He knew Jacques Turner from a prior relation. I can't remember what it was they had worked on. So he immediately said, I want Jacques, and pulled him in. Somehow Robert Wise got pulled into that mix, and other directors. So.
start the car. Johnny has the key.